Well, guys, don't forget tonight is the deadline for our $40,000 monthly grant. Every on the 4th of every month, we give out $40,000. Actually, the deadline, we don't. It takes about 2 weeks to get the rest of it out. Okay, to get choose winners and get it out. So allow two or more weeks for us to get that out to you. But the most important thing is the deadline. Hi, Jerry. Okay, so I'm on 3 things right now. Let's go help on on YouTube with Matthew Lesko, and then on Instagram, and that's really to teach other people about what this stuff is, because there's too many people out there with scams that are scamming people about grants when that doesn't have to be. And what I really worry about the scammers out there, I mean, and people call me scams, and I know. I know better, but yeah, you can't tell what is people's heads, and I guess I'm in that genre that it all looks the same. But excuse me, hiccup. But I think what happens to scammers is they're ruining it for other people, because when a scammer comes out and says that, hey, you could get this, you could get that, and that's why I feel I'm really different, because I show you the actual website that does that. It may not be for you, but it's like everything else. It's sort of like, hey, there's a job available over here. No, that may not be for you, and they may not want you, but that's real job, and that's the difference, I think. And then people find out it's a scam, or they get ripped off. Then they think everything is a scam, so they're never going to look for the amount of money that is given out to people who really need it. So the people who really need it are going to be less inclined to go out and apply for these programs that they're eligible for. And I just did another analysis of the amount of money that the government gives out in they're really cash giveaways. That's why grants is actually a bad name. So these are cash benefits for living in this country, and that's what they are, and plus free services. So in the cash part, for the cash benefits that the government gives out, it now comes out to an average of, listen to this, $16,000 for every adult in the United States. That's how much in cash benefits that are given to individuals, $16,000 a year. Every year, year in and year out. It used to be like 14. Now it's that old mission creep thing that happens with large organizations. It keeps sneaking up, and that's why the problem is they don't get rid of old grants. They keep putting new grants in, or new benefits for people to get cash, and they don't get rid of the old ones. And that's what causes the debt in a simple format. And that's important to realize. And that's an average for families now, it's $33,000. So $33,000 in these kind of cash benefit programs that are available for people. Wow. I think that's enough to live on, right? In certain cities, and it's important that people know that. Particularly people, there's so many people struggling. I mean, I feel half of our country is struggling. They don't have enough money to pay their bills. And that there's a survey that comes out, I think every month, every couple of months, by the Federal Reserve Board that shows you like 50 to 60% of the people do not have enough money on hand to pay for an emergency $500 bill. Wow. Speaking of emergency bill, there are ways that your credit card company, I'm going to do an item on this a little later, but now the credit card people, there's more and more credit card companies that they can't put your medical bill debt on your credit report. You hear that? Now, I think New York and California, a couple states are doing it, and more people are doing it, and half the people have medical bill on their debt, as part of their debt. So that keeps you from getting loans and all that kind of stuff, living, financially clear to get on with your life. So that's changing, and it will change even more. And if you want to find out more about that stuff, then you go to consumerfinance.gov. That's consumerfinance.gov. And you could if you feel that your credit reporting agency or somebody else is screwing you up because of the debt, or even the debt that you don't think you should pay, then you complain there. See, that's a place for you to complain, and they will come out and investigate, no matter who you are. You don't have to be Donald Trump or or living on the street or anything. It's for everybody living in America has that access. So that's why, to me, I always thought, boy, we live in the biggest democracy in the world, and it seems like you have to be a millionaire to afford to be able to use feel that it's a democracy, and hire an attorney. Attorneys are so expensive; they charge you $300-400 an hour without blinking an eye. Yeah, and that's too bad. See, that's why I believe that there's government offices that will do the same and even better. If you have any kind of legal problem or financial problem that you feel is being screwed over, because they have more power in the system. The people that owe you money, or the people that screwing over your money or whatever, well, you can't fight your bank or credit card agency. You don't have the resources to do that. And the companies don't mind fighting your lawyer, because their lawyers are better. They do this all the time. They know and know the loopholes and way to beat you. But they can't do that with a government office, because the government office contacts them and they mess up something with the government office. The government office could put them out of business. They have more power over any of these fat cats in their system. Your government offices have more power over them. So you contact them. You contact your state attorney general's office. They're free. And they're there exactly for that. They're only there to help you solve problems, financial problems, or you've been mistreated or whatever. These are lawyers that do that, okay? And they're more powerful because they have the fear of God behind them, because they could put an entire billion-dollar business out of business. No individual lawyer could do that. Lawyers could just get money for you. So that's why they have a whole lot more to lose if you bring a government official to the table. And no matter who you are, no matter what income, no matter what age, no matter who you are, you have the same rights to this as some billionaire. Tulip, I talked to Misty. Yeah, she's ready to help you get on Facebook, okay? See? Because that would really help the more. But I don't want you to feel uncomfortable at all. Please don't feel uncomfortable about doing this. Tula is a member, and she helps members show how to beat the IRS. That she got $40,000 of tax money she owed, forgiven with a program that the IRS has. And she was going to lawyers, they're going to charge all these kind of things. And she helps, like other members of Lesko help, they help other members. And it's trying to make this a place where everybody gives as much as they can to other people. Because I feel if we have more people giving to each other, man, I think at least I'm going to live better. I don't know about you, but I feel better the more I open my heart to people. That it just fills my heart more, and it makes me feel better inside, and it gets rid of a whole lot of anxiety that the world creates on us by living in this system. It's a unforgiving, money grabbing system that is inhuman. So if you could be human going through that, it makes it easier. And I think one way to be human is to be giving. And it makes the medicine go down a whole lot better. And I see the people who have anxiety because of financial problems. So that's why I want to show you where to solve those financial problems with free money, not to go in debt more, not to be frustrated because you don't have money to solve your financial problems, and then also have a community of people that help you through the process, because it may be difficult, it may be easy, it may be difficult. And what happens, most of us give up when the time gets tough because we don't know alternatives. Shit, I tried 3 places and nobody's going to help me. And Lesko said that would be. Well, I can't guarantee it will be. They're there to do that. The guarantee part, I can't. And I say, I can't guarantee that you'll get a grant. I just know all these programs that we show you, all the links are real programs that do give grants to people in your situation. So what we do is we cut through those billions of websites that are on Google. And the problem is the billions of websites that are on Google, 99, 44, 100% of them are people that want to get your money. They want to get money from you, you know. And what I want to show you are websites that want to give money to you. Please send a request to be a live video. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. It doesn't make sense for me, but if you have a point, yeah, you could listen, you let me know. So many schedules on the top of the Facebook lives. That will be great spot for me and my crazy schedule too. Well, we're trying to find out how to get you so you do it when you want, and you could just show your love for humanity by when it's comfortable for you, because if you're forced to do it or whatever, you can't love well. If you have to. Oh, do I have to love you? Oh, God. Oh, do I have to? No, it's a want to, not a have to. I get up to financial debt right now, and I'm able to make a bit more money. Thankful. Oh, that's great. David Schultz, I would love to know more about this. So about us, well, that's what we have, David, is something called Lesko Help. And we have 2 platforms that Tula is going to help with. Ooh, she'll be live there now to help you. And that's right. Every now, and we have Lesko Help too. So when you join for $20, you get those 2 platforms to have unlimited access. You can ask unlimited questions, and actually there's live people, like I'm live now on one of the platforms, and we have most days it's like 2 or 3 hours of live people, either me, my staff, or members. You know, they have the same thing. Happy we will forever truly support Israel's right to exist. Jesus Christ is the King of Lords. Yeah. Oh, nice. I've gotten $14,000 grant to pay back rent during COVID. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much. If you remember, share that experience with us, okay? Because people, when they see somebody like you, that's why I feel I'm not a good person to learn from, because people think, you know, I'm just a guy in a crazy outfit, looks like a clown, I'm gonna trust him. And plus, I've been studying this stuff for 50 years, and that's the problem too. And it's hard to me to relate to somebody just starting out in the system. That's why you just starting out, learning about this stuff, and able to get $14,000, man, you know, you're more powerful than I can ever hope to be anymore. And so that's why I want to give people like you and Tula and anyone else a chance to share your experience, so everyone doesn't believe headlines about the government. Sure, there's bad parts about the government, there's bad parts about me, there's bad parts about everybody. But if you're going to keep that from, you know, as a barrier to you using the good parts, I mean, that's a little foolish, but I can't tell anybody else how to live their life. All I could say is that I don't even know what the hell to do in my own life. So that gives me very little credibility. Just think I know what other people need in their lives. I just feel if I could show you options, you know, these may or may not work for you, but there are opportunities and maybe options for you, you know, to help something like that. I mean, the stuff I run into just the last couple of days, it's so. Here, I just found a new program. $3,000 to pay your water bill. Arizona has that, $3,000. I can't imagine somebody has a $3,000 water bill. Maybe in some cities it's not. Here's 3 grants from $2,500 to $10,000 to fix up your business and to spend on marketing. So a grant, get up to $10,000 to spend on marketing. Now, in the chat, I put all these links in there at the beginning of the chat. All the things I'm going to talk about are there in the beginning of the chat. Okay, now here's what people don't realize is that you could, because a lot of our members aren't real facile with computers, and I'm not even, nobody knows how to use all this stuff that's there. And so if you need help with that, most public libraries will train you for free on the basics of how you could use the computer. Because you really have to use that. You can't go to the library and read a book about something anymore. You have to go to a website, and find out about this stuff. You have to apply on a website and things like that. So if you're a little sketchy about that stuff, call your public library. A lot of them have free classes and one-on-one help to do that. You make an appointment with a librarian and they sit down with you one-on-one, help do it. Now, there's more nonprofits where you live that probably do that too. And you do that, and even if you don't have a computer. Now, we give out 25 free computers every month, or 30 now. I'm trying to get people, it's 30. I changed it and I didn't tell anybody else. So they were giving out 25. Whoops, no, we give out 30. 30 free computers, but they're nonprofits where you live that do that. And you can find them at findhelp.org and put in computer. Let's see, killing time. I put in for rental 800 and they never answered me for October until now. I kept asking it and they just kept giving me the runaround. I'm Nebraska. Okay, if you have an application in there and they got the runaround, call your elected official, killing time. Call your elected official. Here's how you call because they could call the back office and get the real answer. They're just stiff-arming you because they don't know else what to do. So they could get behind that and get a true answer for you. The way you do that is you go to commoncause.org. So that's commoncause.org. Okay, you go there and you put in your zip code and you find your. Well, let's see, this is for state. So I would still put your congressmen and senators because they have the most power. And then go down the list, then your state senators and everything. But start with your 2 senators because they'll have local offices and your federal congressman and tell them what you need and they'll check it out. Grants may be real, but there are too many circus hoops to check. Well, if you have a happier way to get money, I mean, that's true, happy. You may have to go through a lot of hoops, but I think that's life, If you want easy, you're not going to be able to do much, Most of the things in life that solve problems are going to create effort on your time. And that's the problem. See, you'll think you want it to do easily, and then the people who are marketing, like Google, everybody, and you can apply, I do that too, it's easy, yes, because I want to excite you about doing this stuff, because it's real. And they know that, and they push those buttons real easy. And so if it's not, then you give up. And that's the problem with that. But I got to get you in the door and start training you, teaching you how to do that. I know, wow, 5 extra computers, amazing. Yes, I know, I can't believe, it's funny, I don't know, I ran into a story that there's something called the people who do the Live Nation, okay, Live Nation. They're a $16 billion company, okay? $16 billion company, Live Nation. And they're giving 3 grants out to small business, 3. One for $1,000, one for $2,500, and one for $5,000. That's $8,500 in grants. $16 billion. They got a big article about them giving out 3 grants worth $8,000 total to small business. There's a business now making $16 billion. They're the people who get concert tickets and stuff like that. $16 billion, and they get this big, flowering story how they're giving out $8,000. Man, we gave that the first hour of the day. We got $75,000 every month. Wow, and that's almost half our business. We do that, and that's why. Wow, why? So that's why you have to be leery of people who are not government or nonprofit organizations when they're giving out grants. I mean, it's fine, you fly anywhere, what the hell. But the biggest mother load is really government organizations or nonprofit organizations, and that's important. And they're the people you want to look for, also because they're never going to ask you for money. See, the other people are just getting names to sell you something later or whatever, but not government agencies or nonprofit organizations. You got a halo, your light fixture. Yeah, I know. We just redid this little alcove we have here. We put a light because we probably have a table here, the dinner table or something. And then when I get doing videos here, oh my goodness, that sort of looks fun. And I'm blaming Live Nation for making themselves saintly with $8,000 when they have 16 billion. See, I do it with a light. So we're all hypocrites, I guess, and that's it. That's much money. Actually, that's I call it like pocket change that are in the couch cushions, people who are sitting there and fell out of their pocket. Okay, let's see. Real Facebook group has 17,000 members. You're right, Roger. I don't know where the hell they all are. Hello, let's go on my name Facebook group and look up some other were scams. Yeah, our Facebook group is facebook.com/groups and then Lesko help, and a capital L in Lesko and a capital H in help. Okay, and that should be when you join Lesko help, you'll have the links to them there too. And when you're in trouble with anything, if you can't get an answer on the site, then contact Magic Mary, and she's available by email, and you could email her at leskohelp@gmail.com. Okay, I never read their suit from my child. Yeah, that's me. I was on TV a lot during the 90s and the 2000s, I guess. But that doesn't work anymore, at least for me. And this works much better. I'm able to help people better because then I was advertising on TV. I'd send you a book and nobody would do anything. See, and now here you get it's a service and people are helping other people. So we have a community of people that are helping each other apply to these grants. And that to me is so satisfying, and it's better than any infomercial I ever did or anything else. Home shopping, I did a lot of, I go to home shopping, sell 30,000 books in a day. That was incredible. So that was better than Oprah. I didn't even sell that many books on Oprah. So that was neat. I signed up for your computer giveaway, followed your direction and checked in the 2 organizations. I detailed my experience. I look forward to seeing. Great, right. And if you don't get one this month, then try again next month, okay? Well, good for you. I need a grant to repair my house, please. Okay, Osman, make sure you get a copy of the Lesko Meta Grant Report. Okay, if you're on Lesko Help 2, just put 500, the number 500 in the search bar, and you will see the report, the page there that has the 500 mini grants for every state. Okay, so you download your state, and you can download all the states you want, you could share them with other people, I don't care. The important thing is that people know about these things, and you could be a helper too by letting other people, even if they're not members, okay, join and get your Georgia state. And the other thing then, at the top of that, all the state reports is what we call the Lesko Meta Grant Report. Now, number 8, the 8th item there in the report is all the sources for home repair, okay? And that's it. There's a lot of home repair money because people can't afford to buy a home and everything, so they're fixing up their old homes. and that's what's going on. So check the home repair section there. And when you do that, you have to start calling. I mean, that's the other thing we're really trying to get people into is calling these organizations. I need a grant to start my family, invest in real estate and flip properties. Okay, Ashisha. I think you're mentioning how to do that the wrong way. Okay. Hello, Skip Grant Info. Hello, Skip Grant Info. I don't know. That's somebody else who's selling something like me. I don't know that much. He's a Riddler suit guy who yells free. That's me. So anyway, Yeah, that Lesko Metagrant report is my cheat sheet. It's about 60, 70, 80 pages of sources, but broken down by the questions I get. So if you need money to repair a home, or you need money to repair a car, it shows you the best sources for you to start. And we have a great section there on home repair, because there's a lot of programs, but they're not in one place. That's why when you get the list, and then what you do is you start calling any people that maybe, even if they're not really good. Same with childcare and everything. We have a section on childcare and anything for children. I mean, a separate report by state. So there's hundreds of programs in your state just for, because you're raising children. Yeah. But you have to then start calling. You call those programs and ask them if they could help you, and if they can't, then you ask who else can. See, that's how you do research. That's how you find out what really is out there. Is not by filling out one application. No, it's making a dozen or 2 dozen calls to find the right application to fill out. Because otherwise, it's too complicated. You don't see. I see a lot of people asking help versus looking it up. I notice a lot of people not attending classes. I've done my homework, the research, attended classes, have been given positive input to those that second guess the process. I finally get to the point where I think I have valid question in need, and it continues to be unanswered by the team. What's the question, Andrea? Also, my account is willy-nilly, and I have to know what to do. Okay, for your account, Andrea, then you want to go to Contact Magic Mary. And find help. Find help at gmail.com, okay, for your account. Now, okay, here, tell me what you're looking for money for, Andrea. Andrea, you there? There. Let me answer you, okay? Let me get you on the way. Tell you the guys, this week's 3 hours. Just work out these before the update. Becoming a member. I made sure. Where can I find a grant program for disabled veterans? Well, the best place for veterans to start is a place called County Veteran Service Office. Okay, it's called the County Veteran Service Office. It's a nonprofit. Let me see if I could get the grant. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you guys if I do, though. Let me try to get the County Veteran Service phone number. Okay, we're getting close. Maybe. Okay. 888-777-4443. Okay, on YouTube, the person who needs help with the county veterans disability, call this 800 number, 888-777-4443, 888-777-4443. See, this is what the Lesko Metagrant report, that's what I looked at to answer their number, okay? And that's important. 888-777-4443. And call them, and they'll get you to the local office, because that's why it's like a two-step process. You have to go to a source that gets you to somewhere. See, and that's what it all is. It's not just one source. That a magic application to fill out. You get real lucky if that happens. Otherwise, you have to go through possibilities. And it's sort of like getting a date. Well, there's a lot of single women over there, and you ask this one, says no, ask that one, says no. And then you get lucky, right? Or getting a job, it's the same way. Well, getting money is the same kind of thing. Hey, sir, how do you have a wonderful day? And God bless you. Well, thank you. I like that shirt. Oh, Zara. I have some clothes from Zara. Copy that. Is there a form for the 4th anti accessible to members? Yes, we have once you're a member, we have all our grant, we have all the applications are in one place, and you can see all the past winners. We always share all the past winners are there too, to look at. And then you apply, and then in about 2 weeks or more, then we put up the winners. And there's a lot of people that aren't picking up their money, so we just put it in the pot again. If you don't, we have 60 days to pick it up. Holy crap, 10 years old, looking 60. Is that me or you? I'm 80. I'm not 60 even. Okay, Osman, if you are a Lesko member, go to Lesko Help under Lesko on top. Yes. Oh, you got it, Roger. Thank you so much. I think you mean find help at Gmail. Yeah, find help at Gmail. .com for Magic Mary, do you? Yes, I do, Andrea. But what is your question about research? Mary, with your help with money and stuff, find help at gmail.com. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I don't think you mean find help. I do, but it's find help at gmail.com for Magic Mary. Yeah, that's the email for Magic Mary. So it would be findhelp.com if you want to know, more about the service. But if you want Magic Mary, she's at findhelp@gmail.com. Make sense? I know, it's all confusing. Man, if you think you know what's going on, you're smoking something. Because none of us know. And that's why you're going to get frustrated if you think you know something, because it changes so much. And that's the key. You have to realize that. And there's no shortcut. But I want to know, members, to make sure that you apply to our grant. And then the next one is for car repair. And we're really cutting back on that a little bit. And on the one after that for rent, down to 5,000, and it was 15,000, because of what's going on with our credit processing. That's probably why Andrea screwed up, because our memberships list got all messed up, because somebody just pulled the rug out from under us, some big Fortune mega tech company. Won't process our credit cards and screwed up everything. And it's causing turmoil. We have to put that together so it's safer that we don't give out as much money, because we may need it. So we got to take care of us first, like you. You got to take care of you first and get solid, and then you can give help other people. Okay, there's a grant for smoking to cannabis. Lots. Yeah, there's a lot of money, a lot of grant money. Be in the cannabis business, and mainly it's for people who are less, less secure. Let's say lower income, can't get credit, can't get money, can't get. That's what we're doing, because it's somehow they want to feel, well, they're the people that kept this business going. So they're trying to have people like that take advantage of the benefits too, okay? So let me go, guys. I have 4 rock and roll bands coming to the front door of our apartment in a few hours. And I have to be ready for that, because I told them to come. So I got to make sure all that happens. It's called Porch Fest, where I live in the neighborhood. They organize it so everybody could get rock and roll bands out on their front porch. Well, we have an apartment building, so there's 70 front porches here. So in our driveway, we're going to have 4, and it's from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So it's 12 o'clock. Whew, I got to get going, okay? So goodbye, Joe. We got to go. Mio Mayo. Love you all. Thank you so much for making my life so great at this time. It was pretty good before, but now it's just so much better. Thank you so much.